Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I will be going over different methods of retrieving files from your File Explorer. I hope you will learn something new from these scripts. So here I have 5 different AutoHotkey scripts located under this directory. C temp AutoHotkey file directory. Within that directory I have another test folder which is outlined down below. And here are just some sample blank text files that I've created for demo purposes. The first AutoHotkey script will be looping through the directory for files, and it will print each file in a message box. You can see based on the script, I am assigning a variable called filelist, and I am initializing it to be blank. Then I am looping through the C temp file directory test folder down on the lower left. And then I am sorting the file list. And I have a comment here. The R option sorts in reverse order. And you can see different sort for other options online. Then I am looping and parsing through the file list. And I am adding a new line. Next, here is the message box that will print each file name, looping through files, the file number, and then I will print the index and then the file number. And then I have another message asking the user if they would like to continue. If they press yes, it will go to the next index. If they press no, it will break the loop. So let's go ahead and give this a try. In order to execute this script, you simply go on the script, which is number 1, file directory message box, and you just double click it. And let's go through this script as I mentioned earlier. File number 1 is a test file, as you can see down here. Would you like to continue? Yes. File number 2 is a temporary.txt file. Continue. File number 3, report.txt, and the last one should say hello world. And sure enough, file number 4, hello world. Would you like to continue? Once I press yes, there's no more files and it exits the script. Let's rerun this again, but this time I'm going to say no, so I can show you also what will happen if you press the no option. And this will simply break the loop. Next, let's go to the file directory generate text file. Here's the description: AutoHotkey function that loops the directory for files and stores it in a text file. Again, I am assigning the file list variable and I'm initializing it to be blank. Here's a new variable, output file, and I am going to create a file called output_list_files.txt, and I am going to place it within directory down here in the lower left. And this will basically just loop through the directory of files and it will output and append those results to this output list files.txt. So let's go ahead and run that script. So I'll just simply double click on this and it created the file. You can see it also launched the file, which is up here, output list files, and it shows 4 files. But down here, it shows 5 files because the one that we ran it was just created right here. Let's go ahead and rerun this again and see what happens to this file. And it says, throwing a warning, the file is modified by another program, yes. And now this can be handy if you want to monitor a big list of files, and you can keep appending and it will show you a record of files. So the first time I ran, it had 4 files, right? But now I ran it the second time, and now it caught the 5th file that we just created right here. Pretty cool script to have on hand. Let me go to the number 3. This one is titled File Directory to Excel. You can also output the list of files into a Excel file. In this case, I am grabbing the full path of the files that are listed, and then I'm grabbing the name and the date time modified, and I'm placing all that data into a .csv file, which in my case will open in a Excel file. Kind of get the point. I am not going into details of each, but again, it's very similar with slightly different changes. Again, I'm assigning different variables. I'm looping through this same directory that we have been looping throughout this video. And I have another output file, which in this case, I'm going to name it file list.csv. Loop the data. And here I had to grab the date last modified date. And I am formatting it into this format: month, month, day, day, year, year, year. So today is October 10, 2021, and it will print the time in hour, minute, minute format. And the TT is for AM, PM format. Again, I'm looping through and appending the files and the data, and I will run the file itself, the CSV, once it is done. So let's go ahead and run number 3. Simply highlight the file, in this case file directory to Excel.ahk, double click it, and it is already launching on my side. Let me go ahead and bring it over. Here is the Excel file. Let me highlight everything and zoom in so you can see the output. And let's modify this to be on the left. So you can see it prints the whole full path, including the file name. So it's always handy to have a full file path to know where that file is stored. I'm also showing you the actual file names and the date modified. And what's nice about Excel, as you all know, you can do filters, so you can sort by A through Z, Z to A, you can sort by oldest to newest, and so forth. So another way AutoHotkey can export your file list to a CSV file. Fourth, let's go to the number 4. And this AutoHotkey will print the file directory to a clipboard, and it will provide a link in the message box. Let's read the description. AutoHotkey function that loops the directory for files and stores it in the clipboard. It provides a link in the message box. So let's go ahead and run that script right away. So here is the input box. And you can see, I'll try to explain the input box and the code here. So the file directory list generator, that is the title of the input box. And here is the file, here is the body of that input box. Please provide a file path. I'm breaking the lines, example, and I'm giving a example of how you should enter your data in this box. But what's also nice about this, I'm actually also auto-populating it right here. So that way I don't have to type this out. It's already pre-populated. And let me go ahead and press OK. And this will loop the directory, and it will put these files onto the clipboard. If I press OK, it says list of files copied to the clipboard. This message box came from this code. It says success, which is the title of the message box, and then the body of the message box is listed right here. Use Control V to paste, click OK. Let me go ahead and open up a new one, and I'm gonna do a Control V, and sure enough, here is my list of files from this directory. And last one, list, let's go ahead to the code, file directory to clipboard. This one is a hard-coded method. AutoHotkey function that will loop the directory for files and stores in a clipboard. And in this case, it is hard-coded, which I mentioned before. Similar way, file list is blank. It will loop that same directory. For demo purposes, I didn't want to jump around different directories because that can be confusing. So this whole video we have been working within the test directory down here. So let's go ahead and run this and I will show you what happens. Again, I have a message box similar as the one previously, and it is always nice to print a message box because you want the end user to know that yes, the script ran successfully and something happened. That way they don't just sit there and wonder what happened. I'm gonna go ahead and click OK. Let me create a new one. And again, do a Control V. Here's the file. Let me go ahead and copy this file and do a Control V. So now we have 7 files as indicated down here. And this one has 6 files. So if I run this again, list of files, yes, we know. I'm gonna go ahead, delete that, Control V, and now we have 7 files. And here's the copied one. That's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit that thumbs up button, and if you like my videos, please consider subscribing. I will be putting out more AutoHotkey tutorials and other Windows tips and tricks. So stay tuned. Thank you for watching.